What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy. And after the abysmal outing that was Disney's Wish, we have a interesting development going on within actually the anime world, because let's be real, Japan is acknowledging what's going on here in the West. They know exactly why we are dealing with what we are dealing with, and they're actually kind of somewhat enjoying it because you're seeing their properties rise. But at the same time, they got some warnings, because one particular creator over in Japan is actually doing a little bit of a warning call, and is also kind of calling out Disney in the process, because you come over here, Gundam creator Yoshiyuki Tomoni, Tomoni. I can always read it in my head. I can never say it aloud. Yoshiyuki Tomino. I'm probably butchering it. I'm sorry. I love this guy, by the way, because he's the creator of Gundam. Okay, he is the man that created the Gundam series, one of my most beloved series of all times. I even talk G Gundam. I love Gundam to death. Okay, this is something I adore. Not so much like Yellow Flash, who cries at Gundam, but I love Gundam. But he has come out and said, anime must not repeat Disney's worst mistake. Now, I kind of disagree with him on what their worst mistake is. But his heart's in the right spot. His heart's in the right spot, because you come down here, it seems Japanese creators are catching onto the low-performing creations of the Western world, and in particular Disney, as the creator of Gundam recently stated that the anime industry mustn't repeat their worst mistake. Yoshiyuki, who is known for the original creating the long-running Gundam franchise, was interviewed where he shared his insights into the anime industry. Tomino, I'm probably still butchering it, believes anime to be in a golden age of sorts. And I could agree. There's been so many fantastic animes, mangas, stories that are just coming out the woodworks that you can just pick up and read and be whisked away into this wonderful world. And I think my biggest complaint in the latest years was actually, I cannot remember the name of the manga, but it was actually a boxing manga. I was just enthralled with it all the way up to about the last two chapters, when it was the last two chapters. They rushed it to the end. But for the most part, the vast majority of the stories we are getting, whether it's anime, manga, most JRPGs, games, whatever you get from even movies, in regards to like Godzilla and stuff, you're getting well thought out, well created pieces of art, stories, just fundamental enjoyment across the board from manga. That's why they are seeing a boom right now, because they are getting tons and tons of new eyes on them ever since the Western industry started to kind of crumble and stuff. But he has a warning that I kind of agree with. One that could easily be destroyed if the industry were to follow the footsteps of Disney. The veteran creator believed modern Disney is the result of when animation loses heart. And I can agree with that. But his reasoning on why they lost heart, I disagree with, but I can agree with this. Heart, the love, the care, the actual wanting to tell good stories is one of the reasons Disney and a lot of Western companies, whether it's Marvel, DC, Image, all these stuff, IDW, why they have been suffering as it is because they don't care anymore. It's just money to them. They're just throwing stuff out there. They don't care about these properties. They're just going to insert their own things in there, and they don't actually want to put a piece of themselves in there. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do all this. They just want to insert and then go on and everything like that. They don't have heart anymore. They don't care. They want to push their identity politics, not an actual good story. And criticize the transition from hand-drawn animation to digital in the interview via fullfrontal.meo. Tomino also labeled Disney's latest films as depressing and boring. Yeah, a lot of them have been depressing and boring. A lot of them have been filled with politics that he probably disagrees with on some regards. He probably is, it's just, it is what it is. They aren't fun movies anymore. They're annoying. They're constantly just being shuffled out, and they're not fun. They're just not enjoyable. It's what's the term I'm thinking of? Like, I can't think of it. Like being workshopped, not workshopped. I'm thinking of the word, but it's essentially when you're factory made. That's what I'm thinking of. It's just factory made products. That's all these are. These aren't even like works of art anymore that Disney is putting out. It's just a product, and you are a consumer there to consume product. When in reality, all they're doing is slop. That's all they're giving you. And explain that these poor results are likely due to their production goals. And I can agree. I can outright agree, because let's take a look over at least a few of the past movies that came out from Disney's animation. Besides just Wish, you also had Lightyear. Remember Lightyear? They cared more about the diverse gay lesbian character that was in maybe the movie a little bit, but they cared more about her than actually telling you a good story. Yeah. Remember Strange World? Strange World was all about how progressive everything is and how eco-friendly everything is and everything like that, you know? Oh, it's gonna be a wonderful time. We got all this progressive ideology all strewn without it. Yeah, that didn't work. What about Elemental? Well, Elemental, for the most part, no, I haven't heard many awful things, except for one kid's apparently gender fluid, who's also water. But outside of that, it was, just left to fall apart. And then when it came to your ultimate 100-year celebration movie, which, okay, this amazing thing, you ended up having Disney animators come out and call out everything behind the scenes, using quotes that it was becoming outright, essentially, activists being put into these positions. That's all they were. They were just activists, and all the good people were being taken out. That's what it boils down to. It wasn't fun. It wasn't good. It scares actual creators and people that enjoy this stuff away. That you're no longer caring about these products. You just want to put your marks on them and then walk away. That's all you want to do. When it comes to a creator like Tommy No over here, he created Gundam. He created possibly one of the greatest sci-fi series known to the world. It is a combination of Star Trek and Star Wars in this very unique way, where it is a World War II allegory in some regards to the original Gundam series. But guess what? They also humanize the bad guys. You even have compassion for the bad guys in a weird way, because that's how much work he put into this. That's how much heart he put into this. And also, and it shows in like just these key details and the mechs themselves, how much work it goes into creating each and every little piece of this stuff. He's made a massive IP. Now, he does have a warning to this massive IP. I'm not going to lie, and I kind of agree with him. The Gundam creator asserted that Bandai Namco Filmworks, who handles the Gundam series, is already picking up on Disney's bad practices, what with it attempting larger projects while straying away from traditional animation. Now, I disagree with him on part of it. I don't think it's just the animation fault, okay? Animation is a part of it, and when it comes to animation-wise, I can outright say Gundam Witch of Mercury looked pretty. It looked good. Gundam Witch of Mercury looked amazing. Iron-Blooded Orphan looked amazing visually. Iron-Blooded Orphan was a fantastic story. Witch of Mercury, it feels like they just gave up trying to make a good story after a while. That's all it ended up feeling like, and it felt kind of like they were trying to force a relationship that wasn't even there in season 2. It started falling apart. They started not caring anymore. That's what he needs to be focusing in on. It's not just the animation styles. It's the care. It's the heart. It's the wanting to put out good things. I love Gundam. I love Gundam to death. I love it so much that I'm still watching and reviewing G Gundam on this channel. Nobody watches it, but I love it. I adore it. And when I compare it to what we're getting here in the West right now, I'm like, yeah, maybe it's a little janky here or there, but it's so much better than what we're getting. And this is something this guy helped bring into this world. This is something this guy helped create, and now he's running his own base, Bandai, who is now in charge of his actual Gundam. Hey, you're going the wrong direction. Start turning the other way. And I am a little worried for the future of Gundam. I'm worried about the future of a lot of animes in general, whether it's Gundam, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all these things I'm worried about in the future. I just hope we can stay on the straight and narrow, and maybe we fudge up here or there. But for the most part, I want you guys to focus on good storytelling overall. That should be your main focus. Okay, not just your animation, but the storytelling. Empty blockbusters without any personality is how Tomino describes Disney as a brand, and he explained that creators must be permitted to experiment, while executives like producers have to get their hands dirty when developing a project. And I somewhat agree and somewhat disagree on this, okay? Because I don't really think several executives or producers need to be involved that much. I think you need to be allowed to have some, for the most, it's a weird balancing act, but when it comes to your creators, your directors, your showrunners, you need to let them have some, there needs to be some constraints on them, but for the most part, let them try to tell their story in a productive manner. Yeah, get involved when they're going all the way overboard and everything and doing like $200 million budget movies, but in the main time, essentially let your creator try to do a story that he actually wants to do, and then have the producers and people like that come in when it's like, you know, a Gundam, and they're trying to have the Gundams become like, I don't know, have Gundam weird butt stuff. I don't know. I'm just using this as an example. Wanting to put weird stuff that doesn't fit in Gundam into Gundam. That's when your producers and people like that have to get involved and go like, no, it's this. This is what Gundam is. Okay. That's what it has to be. Yes, it is a dirty process. Yes, it's a messy process. Yes, you don't know how it's always going to go down and anything like that. But I'm just gonna say, when the creator of Gundam's coming out here warning that modern Gundam's already is starting to scare him, and that Disney's all in the mess, is all just messed up, you know something's wrong. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out with friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now. What's going on, guys? Listen, it's Christmas season coming up, and you know what makes great gifts? That's right, Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee makes wonderful gifts, and guess what? They don't just have great coffees, teas, and cocos. They also got gear, they got K-cups, and also they got wonderful gift boxes. Gift boxes that include all sorts of wonderful, great goodies. You got chocolate-covered coffee beans, raspberry yogurt pretzel twists, sea salt milk chocolates, caramel. You got chocolate-covered coffee beans, peppermint hot cocoa, spicy and sweet treat mixes, kettle corn pop, premium vacuum travel tumblers, and all sorts of wonderful great stuff that you can get at Coffee Brand Coffee. And these make great Christmas gifts. So guys, please check out coffeebrandcoffee.com and use promo code BACKTACO at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. That's coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code BACKTACO.